Hello everyone, thanks for coming out tonight and supporting all of the local artists. It really means a lot to us. My name is Nicholas Kurtz. I've lived in Baltimore for almost a year now. I'm stationed at Fort Meade, Maryland. I'm in the Air Force and I do radio and television broadcast journalism for the military, for all of the Department of Defense. I couldn't be with you tonight, unfortunately, because I'm on my way to Afghanistan for a 6-month deployment. So, duty calls, but I hope you guys enjoy yourselves and I hope you enjoy the show tonight. I've got a few pieces for you to watch. What I do basically is just storytelling. I do journalism for a paycheck, but I also just do things on the side for myself to kind of explore my artistic side and also just help people tell their own stories. So I've got a little bit of sampling of that for you here tonight. The first one is a piece on an Air Force barber. He actually cut my hair about 10 years ago, and I caught back up with him. He's been doing it a long time, so I've got his story for you. And the second piece is on the DC Central Kitchen in Washington, D.C. It's a homeless outreach soup kitchen program. Met a really interesting guy there and helped him tell his story. And then the third piece I have for you is on a guy who is restoring a really famous aircraft, a really significant World War II aircraft. So those are the stories I'm sharing with you tonight. I hope you enjoy them. Thanks a lot.
That first military haircut. It's a rite of passage, the first taste of the Air Force lifestyle for basic trainees. For 65 years they've been coming here for haircuts, and for all but 15 of those years, Lester West has been the one wielding the clippers.
My name is Lester J. West, and I work here at the Processing Barbershop at Lackland Air Force Base. Been here 50 years.
50 years today, as a matter of fact, but Lester's not making too much fuss about it. He's a busy man.
My job is to try to brief the troops when they come in.
Have y'all got your cards out? Hold it above your head where you're looking at the blue side of it. When you come out, go get on those dots facing back toward your squadron. Y'all understand?
Yes, sir.
Single file, starting with you.
Get them in, get their hair cut, and make sure they're treated right, and the quality of work that we put out is good. If we can get like 8 to 10 flights a day, that's not bad at all,
Now, 8 to 10 flights may not sound like much until you realize that adds up to more than 500 trainees a day. That's a whole lot of haircuts.
Oh, you're tired, but that's what you're here for, to work,
Man on the end, let's go.
It's work that, at this rate, might end up putting Lester's name into the record book.
Any mold or warts anywhere? No, sir.
Just guessing, I sat down, and I figured, 50 years and so many a day, to be a conservative figure, it'd be probably 1,300,000 to 1.5 million, somewhere along in there. And I don't imagine there's anybody around cut any more than that if I don't know who they'd be. It's a lot more work to it than it looks like it is. We kind of make it look easy because we're used to doing it, but you get a new person in here, they come in, they think, oh, there's nothing to that because we just cut it all off, Yeah, they let them up and they got patches here and stripes there and everything, and so you got to kind of watch them and put the quality of work out, because if you don't do it right, you're going to have to do it over. So you might as well do it right the first time.
The Air Force has seen a lot of change in the last half-century, and so has Lester's little barbershop.
In 1961, haircut was 65 cents. They pay for 3 haircuts now, it's $15.15, and that's over a period of 50 years.
Lester's seen recruits come in with every fad hairstyle, from the Beatles to the Bieber. But, as he likes to say,
when they get outside, they all look the same, Some people ask me, said, well, just stand there cutting hair. Don't you ever get tired of that? And I said, not really. I'm around people every day, and you never quit learning. If there's something you can do that'll work better than somebody else is doing, you better try it.
In an age where many people don't stay at the same job for 5 years, Lester's been at his for 50, with no real desire to quit anytime soon.
Okay, bud. Thank you. Good luck. Come on, man on the end.
But when he does decide to retire, Lester only has 3 bits of wisdom for his eventual replacement.
Be professional and treat everybody like you want to be treated yourself. Don't ask other people to do something you won't do yourself.
Sage advice for these trainees as they begin their Air Force careers, and anyone else hoping to enjoy the same kind of success and longevity as Lester West. Staff Sergeant Nicholas Kurtz, Lackland Air Force Base, Texas.
A full stomach always makes you feel better. You're like 8 years old talking about your knee hurt. And if we can make somebody feel good on the inside by feeding them How's that soup coming? I think we're off to a good start. Huh?
It smells so good.
Yeah, more than it should take that frown off your face. My name is Jeff Ragsdale. I'm supervisor around here, and what we do is getting out about 5,000 meals a day to various halfway houses, shelters, and drug programs. So that's what we do here. So if you're not familiar with hard work, you're gonna get familiar with it today, especially you. We're gonna work you real hard today. You look like you need a good workout. We got people from the outside, volunteers who come in here and help us. They see the importance of what goes on here, and they enjoy being a part of giving to people who are at the time not able to give to themselves. There are a lot of people out there who are less fortunate than us. There have been times in my life when I was less fortunate than others, and others have helped me. So the only way I see to give that back is to help somebody. Okay. It looks like you know what you're doing. Dump them right in here. Don't sit them over there. Dump them in here. Wait, move, wait. Slide them on in there. There you go. Good. When I was younger, I didn't have a clue as to what value meant.
Just cut it in half, make a small wedge to take the core out.
Growing up on the south side of Chicago, it was easy to be influenced by a lot of things that were going on in the streets. Got involved with drinking, smoking marijuana. I wasn't particularly interested in helping anybody but myself. And that's an act of selfishness. So if I'm selfless, it works in just the opposite way. To me now, what's important is giving back to the community. That's the only way I'm able to keep what I have, and what I have is a sense of direction. I've wasted enough time. So getting something done for somebody else, I have to give part of myself away. When I help somebody else, I help myself.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I can get a paycheck anywhere, but I'm not going to be able to work anywhere that makes a difference.
Yeah, I got the girls too.
Hunger is something it's never ending. It goes on everywhere. As long as we continue to combat hunger, there's a chance to think that things will change. That's what I'm here for, to try to make a change, in somebody's life.
She did come in a lot of pieces. I actually get to put my hands on her every day. There's people that would kill to have this kind of work. We'll come in the morning, we know what we have to do. Cleaning parts, taking something apart, reproducing a part. Some of the stuff we do here, it's not in any manuals. I love working with my hands. It's almost an insatiable thing. I'm always doing something with my hands. I started building model airplanes as a kid, and I still do. It's kind of a lost art, the way these airplanes are built. I mean, new airplanes have a lot of composites and glued together and everything, and it's really cool. I mean, you come in here and you hear rivet guns and drills going off. It's like a factory in here sometimes, And I've been very fortunate as far as I've always done stuff I like to do. People complain about their jobs, or they say, I don't have nothing to do. I mean, I never feel that way here. Well, she arrived here, I believe it was around 7 years ago. When she first arrived, I couldn't believe it was the original airplane that I seen on these documentaries back during the war. And I thought, man, what a huge job this is going to be. For a while, you really didn't see a whole lot of progress. And then all of a sudden, the airplane's starting to get bigger, the pile of parts are getting smaller. Then it was really becoming recognizable what it was. It's just coming together real nice now. If you mention B-17, the Memphis Belle pops into your mind. As famous as she is, as rare as she is, you know, when I was a kid, I seen pictures of her in magazines. Everywhere it landed, somebody carved their name into it, like graffiti. But then it appears here and I get to work on it. I mean, how satisfying is that? To have that here in our possession and have it restored to what it looked like when it flew its last mission, it's like opening up a history book. Probably the most important thing to me is to see the veterans that come through here and to see the looks on their faces. You know, it was a short part of their life, but it was a big part of their life. You know, we've had the veterans come through here with their families, and they'll see something back here and they'll start telling a story, and their wife will say, he's not ever talked about it like this before. It pulls something out and it takes them back in time. To me, that's what it's all about, to see these guys reliving a very important part of their life. You know, it's very important to preserve this stuff and to see it be put on display and people who enjoy it. I mean, these veterans aren't going to be around forever. These guys come through here and some of them go straight from the door to the bell. It's in a lot of people's hearts. My name is Roger Brigner. I work here at the museum in the restoration division. I'm an aircraft restoration exhibit specialist here in Dayton, Ohio.